heart attack. Fast, fatal, heart impact. Past painful scars, in fact, I blast tasteful bars and pass. I back up my actions, fact, don't ask, grab reactions, jacked, attack with every word, then act with class as they hear me snap. I got nothing to lose, cause I fought and felt the bruise. Now I'm not the one confused, call the shots and they produce. I ain't lost, I'm finally loose. Pick a new submerged juice. I need the views to boost me to a new abuse of being used. Everybody wants a piece now, y'all can rest in peace now. You're dead to me, so peace out. Remember you're discreet now. Get ready for defeat now.
Alrighty. Hello everybody. This is Kirusho here, and now, before we begin, let us give a brief little review. In the last part, quite a lot of things have happened. Now, Deku and his counterpart, they have come to a realization. It has almost been a full year since the organization tried to murder Deku. And the two, Deku decided to reveal the truth to the heroes of Japan. And the counterpart, he had to deal with quite a bit of the backlash. Everybody was kind of shocked. As it turns out, their suspicions were true. The Avatar was really involved in the USJ attack. And the suspicion that the organization caused the White Lotus's destruction, that turned out to be another truth. However, in a way, it wasn't what they expected. Now, this person or the counterpart had to reveal to them everything. The White Lotus, the organization, Haran, and his real identity, along with even what he's been doing. And they even revealed that he tried to murder them, and that right now there's something else going on in Japan, along with the fact that he's working with All for One. Deku came entirely clean with these people, and obviously there was a lot of backlash from it. The Avatar, he is a villain. He helped murder countless people, and right now he's trying to be a good guy, trying to make up for it and do all this. Along with that, what he's trying to say is crazy. He is trying to claim that both worlds are bleeding together. And right now, Deku, he doesn't get the response he thought he would. Deku, obviously, while most people, they are angry at him, they also don't really believe him. They believe the counterpart, because it's standing in front of them. But right now, Deku, he's claiming that he's going to be trying to save the world. Not only from possibly another war that would cause mass destruction, but from spirits bleeding into the real world. Now, Deku, as all that was going on, we actually have between Koya and himself. The two have broken up, but Deku has not revealed yet to Koya that he has started a relationship with Luna. And Koya, she just learned that Haran actually was her father. And his real name is Karnak. Now, with all that being said, let us begin. Now, we do still have that same night. The real Deku, he currently is sitting down with everybody else. And a lot of people, they're trying to talk about what to do. And they are going over quite a few things. Along with that, both Lee and Rulin, they are both intrigued as to exactly what Deku has been doing in the last 2 months. Or 4, actually. They were curious to know about the Sun Warriors. And even Lee is curious. I mean, he wants to actually spar with Deku and see where he is. I mean, hell, these people, from what he said, they were taught by dragons. That sounds insane. And right now, he wants to fight Deku, see where he scales on this, and maybe even pick up a few techniques from learning from him. And Deku, he does try to explain a few more things. And we actually have Luna, who she actually is in the room as well, trying to talk about how hard it was to someone get used to. However, at the same time, it also felt natural to her, because of exactly how things have been for her in the past. And Lee, he is curious. And Luna, she would try to explain. Whenever she was a lot younger, she was being taught bending by waterbenders and earthbenders. I mean, the movements, the way that she's shifting her feet and swaying her body, She's trying to flow like water and move naturally. I mean, it was simple for her. And Lee, he is a bit confused. But Deku, he does explain it. It's like how firebending, you have to always be precise and calculate with your movements. You can draw back your fist and throw it out forwards. However, a waterbender, when they do go to draw back their fist, they might shift around their entire body, and attack using the other hand to bring it up very surprisingly. And he does somewhat begin to understand that. There is certain deception in waterbending. However, it's really just a style. I mean, you're constantly moving your limbs, you're constantly making sure that your enemy can't attack you or hit you, and you're either constantly either on the defense or on the offense. And the style Deku was talking about, it sounds like a good mix of both. Now, Deku, he is still a bit worried. Koya, she hasn't returned yet. And right now, Deku, he does want to go out looking for her. And he does start to explain a few things. As we actually have our Deku, he does get to stand up and walk over towards the door. Him looking up to see that the sun has gone down. And he does get a turn, expressing to everybody that he's going to go out looking for Luna, or looking for Koya. Now, everybody do somewhat go to nod, talking about how they'll be waiting for him to get back, since there actually was something that one of them they got from helping out with somebody in town, and they've been curious to crack it open. And hey, it's a special occasion. And Deku, he does go to agree, talking about how he shouldn't really take too long. If he's not back in an hour, just crack it open. Now, Deku does go flying up into the air, as he actually does start to focus a bit more. Now, Deku, he does gotta at least try and follow the path he knows Koya, she might have taken. Now, Koya, yeah. Right now, she's still annoyed. She hasn't gone back all day because she's been trying to figure out a way to talk to Deku and figure this all out. I mean, she's wanted to see her father again. She's wanted to try and at least talk to him, have a conversation. I mean, yeah, she's angry at the man. And she does want to harm him and, well, punch him in the face. But still, there's something telling her that her father, he snapped. He wasn't in his right mind when it all happened. But this idea that he could have been possessed by a spirit and it wasn't even him that did it, it is coming to the front of her mind. And even learning that her father, he's alive. I mean, she hasn't heard about him in years. And the first time she's hearing about him again, it's, hey, your dad's possessed by an evil fucking spirit. And he might have died or walked into the spirit world and is lost there forever, living in a constant state of limbo. Yeah, those options aren't really too good. And right now, Koya, she is still trying to think. Her looking up to see the side of the cliff wall, which is currently covered in both lashes and destruction from waterbending. Now, Koya, she does have her concerns. And right now, she's just annoyed. She knows that she's going to worry them, and she probably should head back, but maybe just staying in the forest tonight is her best option. Head there in the morning and try to just calm down then. Maybe? I mean, it feels weird though. Being by herself and thinking like this, it's not new to her, but trying to get peace of mind out here. Whenever she thinks she finds it, there's always something different. There's always something new. She always had to listen to her father. And then whenever she thought she was free of him, when she thought that she can do things for herself, she found and met Haran. And Haran, he said many things that she agreed with. And he knew how to get under her skin. He knew exactly how to make her a puppet. And that's what annoys her more. did he know that from being her father? Now, as Luna, as Koya is thinking all of this, we actually over Deku, he does land in the forest nearby. And right now he does start focusing, bring his feet down, and going to somewhat shift. As he does try to focus and listen in. And right now he does start to hear a few things and feel the forest. He can feel everything. The worms in the ground, the ants on the anthill. And right now, he does feel somebody going to somewhat stand up and shift off a rock. I'm going to look directly in that direction and fly forwards. And we do actually have Luna. Koya, Jesus. Now, we actually do have Deku. He does fly up to the area. And right now, Koya, she does somewhat going to turn and see him. As Deku, he does go somewhat land onto the ground and step forwards. What do you want? I came to look for you. Sorry. I'm too tired to be angry. I know. I know. A lot's going on. A lot is an understatement. I told the truth. What? My counterpart. He told pro heroes in Japan everything. I told him to. Obviously, they reacted poorly. And right now, they don't believe me about the bleeding effect. The two worlds colliding. Fuck. That's heavy. Yeah. So it's finding out that your dad's possessed by a spirit. Yeah. Yeah. So, what now? I don't know. Honestly, I want to show them the Mother of Faces. Let them know what she said. Tell them everything and show them proof, but I don't get it. I don't know how I could. I've told them about All for One, where his base is, and I was told a few things about what's going on. Apparently, All for One's been trying to make moves in Japan, but he's been fended off by a lot of people. There are some who have fallen in battle, but he hasn't made much progress. Along with that, apparently he's still in leagues with the person claiming to be the Avatar. Another copy? I think so. Right. And this copy, what have they been doing? Apparently they've been making more moves in the organization's name. And right now, I'm not too sure. Publicly, the Avatar's in Japan trying to deal with it. Realistically, he's hiding in the Fire Nation and talking to somebody in the forest. Right. Somebody. Can I clear the air between us? Yeah. Yeah. I want to say I'm sorry. Don't, Luna. Koya, Jesus. Now. Koya does try to explain. After what's been happening, she thought that she finally had a handle on bloodbending. And she thought that she was finally using the ability for a measure of good. And Deku just tried to keep telling her to stop. You don't get it. I do, Koya. Just stop. Don't justify your actions to me. I need someone to know. I was tricked. You were guided down the wrong path, Koya. So was I. So was everybody in the organization. Most people, if I tell them the truth, they'll probably leave. they can get away with it, more than likely. A lot of people are innocent, just breaking and entering charges and trespassing, but murder, that's another line to cross. I know. I know that you know, Koya. But please, just don't try to justify me. Don't try to justify to me anything. I've been manipulated by your father just as much as you have. Do you have any idea what it's like to be me? I don't. Exactly. And I don't know what it's like to be you. I can hear stories, I can hear anything, but I don't know. I can make assumptions. And right now, the assumption I'm making is you're mad, but you're sad. You're grieving the loss of the father you didn't know died. Your anger is finally releasing itself in a way. I know you're still mad. You hate your dad, but you still loved him in a way. And knowing that he's gone, it will fuck with you. He threatened my family too. I'm sorry. Don't. But that's not your dad anymore. That man, that spirit is possessing his body. He's on strings now, just like everybody else was. I know. I know. Come on. Let's head back. Now, Koya, she does go start walking towards Deku. And Deku, whenever Koya does get directly up towards him, she does go tell him she is sorry. Her gonna bring her hands up to his face. And Deku, he does gonna bring his own hand up to hers, rubbing onto it. Something that he does understand, but they can't do this right now. Why not? We need to clear the air. I'm sorry. Just I know, Koya, stop. Now, Deku does get somewhat bend down, picking up Koya and going to fly away, telling her that they will settle that another time. Now, Koya, she's just trying to go through the steps again. Her father is Haran and Haran is her father, along with even the steps that do bring her to what happened. And it feels messed up. Now, Deku, he would arrive back to the house with Koya in tow. And whenever he does go to land, there actually is, whenever, everybody they do go to turn and see these two. Deku sitting Koya down, as everybody they do start to somewhat cheer, and raising a glass to what's going on. As whenever Deku does go to walk in, he does go to turn and bring out his hand. Koya reaching out and taking it, as Deku does help to pull her up and go to walk inside with her. And Luna, she actually doesn't go to turn and stare at that. And right now, she doesn't go to turn away, thinking that right now is really not the best time for this. Now, Deku, him and everybody, they do start to somewhat drink. Right now, they do need to somewhat calm their nerves and celebrate the return of their friends. However, there actually is when they start to drink a little bit too much. And let's just say 2 hours pass by, and currently, a few people, they are starting to pass out. And others, they're still trying to somewhat figure things out in their head. They are just laying there. Right now, there actually is Lee. Lee, he's been trying to deal with the crazy cards he's been dealt. I mean, he's friends with the Avatar. And, well, he just got back from a journey from being taught by a dragon firebending and talking to a spirit who apparently gave humanity faces. I mean, that sentence alone sounds like some sort of trip. And right now, he is laying down trying to think. Him attempting to sit up without losing his lunch. Lee, he actually would go to sit up. And right now, he is looking around. Him going to try and reach out for the glass of water directly in front of him. However, while he is doing so, he does get somewhat look up towards Deku, as currently he is sitting there with both Luna and Koya. And, well, there's also Rulin, who he is talking to Deku about a few things. There's Koya on Deku's left, and then there's Luna on Deku's right. Or, no, wait, that's his right, and Deku's, no, wait, that's his left, and, oh, wow. Now, lead us go to slump towards the table. Him grabbing his glass and going to take a swig from it. As Lee does someone going to comment on something. Why are the two sitting next to him like that? And Rulin, he does go look directly at Deku. Deku, he's sitting there. His face is red, and right now, Koya, she's clutching onto his arm. And then there's also Luna. No. Rulin, yeah. His vision is starting to get to the point where he's starting to probably see double. Or maybe is it triple? He stopped counting. And the two, they are going back and forth on this. Luna, she's telling Koya to buzz off, because Deku is hers. And Koya, she is telling her that that is a fat chance, because Deku and her, they made up earlier. And right now, Deku, he is just somewhat sitting there. He is trying to think about everything. However, yeah. Lee and Rulin, they may have convinced him to take a few shots. Maybe a bit too many. As Deku, he is trying to tell them to both calm down. Me and him, we kissed whenever we left the sun. Warriors. Really? Well, me and him have done more than that. Koya. Deku turning. Really? Now, Luna does directly stare at Deku. And Deku, he does try to somewhat look off into the distance, talking about how he doesn't know what she's talking about, and that she is drunkenly rambling nonsense. And Luna, yeah. She is giving Koya daggers. And right now, the two, they are still somewhat bickering back and forth. And Rulin, he is laughing, as there actually is Yu. Yu, she is slumped against the table, with still half of a drink in her hand. Her somewhat laughing, occasionally giggling, about what the two are doing. And there actually is whenever she is going to somewhat look up, and going to take a swig from her drink. Her blurting out, with no ounce of even restraint, the following words. If the two are going to argue about it, why not just share him? Now, everybody, they do go to pause hearing that word. Share. And right now, there actually is whenever Luna and Koya do both go to look over towards her. What are you talking about? Oh, come on. I mean, it's not that weird. Stuff like that kind of happens in air nomad culture all the time. I mean, it's also kind of easy. I mean, no one cares about it like that. It's just another thing. What? I mean, it's not weird. At least not to me. Okay, hang on. What do you mean? I'm just saying, anybody could love anybody in air nomad culture. Isn't that how it works? Now, the two do stare at each other for a second. Before Deku, he does go to somewhat slump backwards. Him falling against the ground and beginning to start snoring. As the two, they do still somewhat stare at each other before looking back at you, asking her to try and explain. Now, we actually cut to the following morning, where Deku, he's laying against the ground. And right now, he actually is trying to think about what's going on. The last thing he does really remember too well was you saying something stupid. And Deku, whenever he does go to wake up, he does try to clutch his forehead. However, that doesn't get him too far. As Deku, he feels cozy and warm, but his face, there's a breeze on his face. Now, Deku, he opens his eyes. Before he actually has to look up and see the ceiling, and the door is open. Huh? Oh, shit, I passed out. Now, Deku, he does gonna try and look around. He hears music. What is that? A song. He does recognize it. Okay, that's weird, but were they playing music last night? Now, Deku, he does attempt to sit up. Him seeing a glass of water sitting directly on the table. And whenever Deku, he does attempt to sit up, he actually does find that his arms, they don't move. Him looking to his left and to his right. And right now, there's Luna and Koya. Both the two firmly holding onto Deku's arms. And he really can't move right now. And Deku, his hangover, it does somewhat shoot into his head a realization. He thinks he remembers what you might have said last night. Now, Deku, yeah, he's a bit annoyed. However, right now we actually have where Lee, he does get to set up himself and go to someone here, Deku. Deku asking Lee for a bit of a hand here. And right now, after Lee is going to sit up, he does get to look over the table before pulling out his phone and click. Now, with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed and have an amazing day. I'll catch you guys in the next part.